Yo, what's going on, everyone? Charlie checking in right here for you. Twice in one day, guys. Saturday. Happy Saturday to all you guys. Just hanging out. Ooh, this table is still a little sticky, actually. Supposed to have been cleaning up or whatever, and cleaned up a little bit, but not so much, man. Just got done. After I got done puking my guts out, guys. Adam Woodring, what's up, brother? Talked with you on Messenger a minute ago. Thank you for all the love and support. Leanne Brown, it's my sister right there, little Leanne, right there. Hopefully you're having a great night. And yeah, I'm just hanging out, guys. I felt a little triggered. I'd gotten some kind of bad news. I'll share with you guys whenever we get a little bit in here, but kind of got me a little triggered, man. You know, like I say, you know, it's this whole family situation thing right now. Everybody just going at each other's throats and everybody being pushed apart and stuff like that. It's really sad, man. And you know, that's kind of things are what trigger me. So I figured I'd come back on here tonight and say what was going on, see what was going on with you guys. I figured tried to watch some TV. I played a little bit of Skyrim. Rebecca, what's up? Tried playing a little Skyrim, you know, and God, man, I've been playing Skyrim so damn much, man. Sean, what's up, brother? Zach Gray, what's going on with you tonight? Yeah, just been playing Skyrim so damn much. My friend Kristen, I sent you a message, Kristen. So, yeah, read it. But Eric is at work, Leanne. But you know, so I put it on The Office. I started watching a couple of... The Office is actually on. It's starting. It's episode 1, season 1 right now. Thomas, what's going on, brother? And I was watching it for a minute. And I'm just like, Tom D'Angelo, what's up? And I was just like, man, I just cannot watch this. I'm just sitting here thinking about the whole situation and stuff. Joseph, what's going on with you, brother? Miss Manya Garbagian, all crazy. Manya Garbedian. I gotta say it's like obedient but Garbedian. Yeah, okay. Says all crazy. They are just terribly immature, you know. And you know it is sad, you know. And hey, Holly, what's going on with you tonight? Thank you for joining us. And yeah, it is kind of sad, man. So I pretty much found out, like I told you the other night, you know, that I heard that Michael had let Mom's car get repossessed and stuff like that. And then to come to find out, you know, Mom's not even staying there anymore, you know. And it's sad, you know. I won't get into the whole what happened, guys. You know what I mean. I will just say, you know, putting family members, you know, in such a volatile and such a toxic situation, you know, just for views, you know, he pretty much, you know, sits there and exploits, you know, the family's mental illnesses, Mom's and Jennifer's or whatever, and I mean, these things are, you know, are real, you know, and it's sad, you know, that, you know, that people can't just live, you know, in a positive bubble, you know, with family, you know, around him anyway, you know. But I will say that it is good that, you know, that Mom is out of that environment, you know. I mean, he's still trying to make it seem like she's still a part of that environment. I guess he doesn't want to tell you guys yet, or... yeah, because he's got the whole thing going on with Doug now. Steve, what's going on, brother? You know, he well can't just sit there and just throw out 2 family members to the wolves at once. You know, it's really gonna make him look so bad, you know, and it's sad, man. It really is, you know. But like I say, it is for the best, honestly. You know, Mom has issues and stuff that she needs to take care of, and she doesn't need, you know, Michael exploiting those issues for video and stuff like that. So I'm really, you know, honestly happy that she's no longer involved with that, you know. Hopefully Michael doesn't try to drag her back into it because of this or whatever, you know. I really don't think he will through everything that went down or whatever. Maybe I really feel like he understands that he failed her, you know what I mean? And hopefully he's rectifying that situation while Mom gets back on her feet, you know, with family that is going to be there to support her and stuff like that. And I just wanted to say, Mom, you know, I was wondering why she was trying to send me messages and stuff like that, you know. Because when she was staying with Michael, there was no, you're not allowed to talk to Charlie. You know what I mean? If I'm paying for you and I'm taking care of you in this family, you're not allowed to talk to Charlie. And so I mean, I wasn't hearing anything from Mom, and until I moved to Alabama or whatever, and then Dawn started getting messages, from people in the family, Mom's side of the family, saying that she was concerned for me, and even then I still didn't know. I was just like, oh my goodness, Mom potentially wants to talk to me. How is this? Hopefully, Michael doesn't catch wind of this, because he'll kick Mom out or something like that. Tatted up Fox, what's going on with your brother? And apparently the case was Mom was already gone. Sad, but needed. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's needed. It's a very toxic, volatile situation. And it wasn't Ruby. It wasn't all to support a cyberbully. Doug's thing, I believe, was to support a cyberbully. Mom's thing was a little something different, and it was real. And Michael chose not to tell you guys about it. He decided to sweep it under the rug or whatever, until possibly maybe he can use it in his own benefit or whatever. And it's a shame. No, you go play. You can't come up here right now. It's a shame. And, me, I'm going to be here to say something about it. Damn it, Charlie. We can't get rid of Charlie. We can't shut him up. You can shut me up, Michael. But just by just doing the right thing. That's all you got to do. Just do the right thing or whatever, bro. And then we wouldn't even have anything to really talk about. I wouldn't have anything to be upset about and potentially triggered about. Because when I did hear this about Mom, I was like, When I heard about her getting her car repossessed, I was like, damn, But then when I heard about her just not even it hadn't been there for a while, I was like, man, what is actually going on? I heard, rumors and stuff. I caught wind of a little bit of it from our friend Morticia. Tish, right there to you. But then once I started contacting family to actually figure out what's going on, I was kind of surprised. Really honestly surprised. And the whole family is, everybody that is not involved with this whole YouTube thing, they're just sitting back like, damn, man, I can't really believe it, And there's not too much that they can say because other family members have been harassed as well, you know what I mean? And kind of like forced into, showing public support for Michael and the family, so that they don't get targeted and stuff, behind the scenes. It's really, really crazy, guys. But we are talking. We are, just kind of shocked and ashamed in the way that things have happened. You know what I mean? Francisco Raphael, what's up, brother? Thank you so much. Kristen Hale says family is more important than any amount of money. And, it is true. I mean, it is true. As you guys saw, we had a really kind of a thick-skinned family dynamic where we were broken around each other, but we were broken together. You know what I mean? And we didn't know what the hell money was. So family, at the end of the day, was really all that we had. And we held on to that for a long time. Until the money kind of started rolling in, and now you see where it is today. Like I say, it doesn't just change you; it changes people around you. You know what I mean? It changes those that you have in your bubble and stuff, and those that feel that they can get something out of it. And Mattia, like I say, I choose to err a little bit on the side of vagueness. I don't want to expose too much. I don't want to say too much. Except that basically it feels like Michael pretty much kind of used Mom, kind of put her in a room, you know what I mean? Kind of poked and prodded and put the camera on her and got what he wanted. And then whenever it got too deep to handle, he just kind of threw her away, you know what I mean? And threw her to the wolves. And I'm just waiting for him to come out and say, okay, yeah, Mom did this, my mom did that. Pretty much trying to discredit her and just, make her look like crap. The same as he's done with me, the same as he's done with Doug, the same that he's done with Jennifer. you know, and Dawn. The list just goes on and on, you know. But I figured I'd go ahead and say something because, you know, just to show you guys that it's just not Doug going through this right now, you know. It's not just me that has been going through this right now. You know what I mean? It's not just a lot of you that have been going through it right now, because a lot of you guys get targeted and harassed and stuff as well, you know, for being supporters of us. Of whoever you want to be, you know, supportive of, and it's sad, you know. There have been a couple people that are like, Charlie, just let the drama go. Let's talk about something else or whatever. But I feel like I would be doing a disservice to those that rely on me and those that I love, you know, and those that need somebody with a big enough voice like I have, you know, to be able to step forward and say, hey. You know what I mean? This is wrong. This is what's going on, guys. And I, for one, do not approve, and I will not stand by it. And I will not stand by quietly neither. You know, especially, you know, when it comes to, you know, family. Honestly, it's just I just won't do it, guys. But I figured out a way to kind of you know approach it maturely and level-headedly. You know, and it works, you know. Here I am right now, letting you guys know how I feel about situations that's going on, bringing a few things to light to you guys, and I'm not getting mad about it. You know, I haven't run to the bottle. I'm not on Twitter and Facebook. You know. I'm not doing a video here cursing and being disparaging and saying things that I can't take back, you know. I feel like I'm, you know, expressing myself properly, and a lot of you guys, you know, if you were in my position, I would hope that you guys would do the same thing, you know, for those that you love and for your own mother, you know. And like I said, I just wish the best for her. I know it's got to be rough for her right now where she is, no vehicle. You know how hard it is for anybody to find work, you know, to you know, move on and continue to build their life, you know, without a vehicle, without that proper support system, you know, that we thought that she had, you know, that we thought that the boys had, because it's sad now, like I guess, you know, Jennifer still doesn't have, you know, custody of the boys and stuff, and who knows if she was still, you know, legally around them or whatever, you know. And I thought that that's why Michael kind of brought Mom back in after they phased Lauren out, you know, for her obvious problems. So I thought they brought Mom in to help out with the boys and stuff, and here they are again. Just with nobody, you know, with, you know, Jennifer, who has obvious issues. It seems like she's trying to get her stuff together. You know, I've seen something about her going back to school or whatever, and we hope and pray that happens, because you know, she really needs to get those boys back. You know, she has stepped forward and voiced her displeasure with Isaac and everything that's been going on. You know, and she was promptly met with anger and aggression. And lies, you know. At first, you know, our friend, I don't know if you guys have heard it or not, but our friend Morticia actually recorded a phone conversation with her and Jenny, you know, where Jenny flat out told her, you know, that Michael and Isaac, you know, they don't see eye to eye and stuff, you know, and that Michael, you know, told her that he would lose everything, but that he would have her back over Isaac should they would decide to go public with you know, if she decided to go public and say, hey, you know, I don't like you, Isaac, which she did, and then it got, you know, Michael just turned around and totally just threw her under the bus twice now, you know, and there's really nothing that she can honestly do about it, guys, because, you know, like, Michael's got custody of the boys, you know, and at any moment he can just say, you gotta go, and then just start smashing and dumping on her like they did while she was still living under their roof. It's gotta be, you know, scary. It's got to be, you know, constantly nerve-wracking and just depressing, you know, to live under somebody's roof, you know, that just kind of holds you down, you know, by the thumb. I was there, guys. You see, I got out of it. The minute that I got out of it, it got turned around and flipped around on me. And you know, the same thing is happening to Jennifer. Same thing happened to Mom, you know. Same thing happened to Doug, you know. And It's really crazy, just like, 2 years ago, whenever this all first started with me and everything, it was just me that was getting it, It was just me, so it was still easy for them to stand behind the whole, family first aspect. And it seemed credible, to all you guys. But just over these past couple of months, this last year, just the things have just fallen in place, for us to just really look like a fractured, splintered, dysfunctional family that we are, And I'm sorry that all you guys got to see this. I really do. I really do apologize. Because it never had to be like this, things could have been handled so much differently on so many aspects, so many facets, and instead, Michael just wants to continue. Michael and Bridget want to continue to just throw everybody under the bus, to save themselves. You know what I mean? And I'm just not gonna stand by quietly and let it happen. I don't care if me and Doug weren't getting along at one point. I don't care if me and Jennifer getting along at one point. I don't care when it does probably happen. Whenever the funds and stuff start to dry up, and then Isaac sees Michael as his his retirement fund, his 401k, his last big thing. Before he has to go figure out what else to do. I'll be there for Michael too. I'll be there to stand behind him, no matter what he's taken from me and how hard he has made my life. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'll be there for him. Because at the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, when he comes to me, he's gonna come to me contrite. He's gonna come to me, with the knowledge that he completely messed everything up. That the one person that had the power and the ability, to shore everything up, and create this wonderful grandpa universe that Dad would be proud of today, or would be proud of, instead he just he let it just get smashed to shit, in order to divide it. It's what he went ahead and did. It's what he was pretty much, I believe, he was forced to do. He took the grandpa following and he just kind of sectioned it off. And like, okay, you get this. You get this. I got all this, and he's steadily continuing to try to quadrant off, each kind of fan base, and he's trying to take it all, and for him and for his I would say friend, but they're not friends. Isaac is pretty much blackmailing and extorting Michael into just playing ball and doing exactly what Isaac wants. And you don't call that friend. That is somebody that's ruling through fear rather than friendship. And he knows it. And like I said, that's what's happening with the family. Nobody in the family really loves Michael anymore. Because we're all so afraid of him. Well, I'm not afraid. I don't care. I've been through it all. But they're all so afraid of what Michael can potentially do to them. That they act like like they care, and you can see it. But whenever he's not around, man, rest assured, Michael, that we are talking about you, bro. And we are not happy with where the family is going. You are not the only one. That makes this family. We have a whole other side as well, and a couple of other sides. And everybody is seeing it, and everybody's disgusted in it, and it's something that you're not going to run away from. Honestly, you can go ahead and influence the online universe. Your section anyway, because we all still got our sections, and every day you're losing, more and more, from your cheering section. Case in point, he brought Tina back into the videos, and these videos are making 170, 180,000 views, 2 or 3 days old, and it's got to scare them, and I think that maybe that's partly why they decided to go after Doug. They realized that nothing that they're doing is working, that they really needed something big. and so they go after Doug. You know what I mean? And they show all these doctored screenshots and stuff. And and just just weaving this web of bullcrap. Like I say, they're just throwing everything at the wall and see what can stick. And they're trying to keep the whole grandma thing quiet in the process, because if they got to come out and talk about what happened with grandma, why he forced grandma out again, then that's just gonna say it's gonna shed the light on, okay, well, grandma, Doug, Charlie, who else, who else, Michael, how many more people, And that's the question that I want to go ahead and raise. I want to raise that question in every single one of you guys' minds, I want to go ahead and actually let you know what's going on, and let you voice, your opinions for yourselves. Take what I have told you, and make up your own minds, and ask some questions. Kick up some rocks, man. Dig up some dirt. Ask questions for yourself. I don't gotta, I'm just sitting here presenting the facts to you all, and then I'm inviting you all to see for yourself. And I will have certain things to back up these claims. I already do, but I just don't want to go out and spread too much about the family business, except for the fact that Michael did, he alienated her and abandoned her, So it's sad, but I mean, it's not uncommon. This isn't the first time it's happened. And, yeah. All we can do is just hope and pray. And I thought about it. I was like, because if I come out here and I tell these guys about this, does that mean that if Michael's still helping Mom in any way, does that mean he's going to just go ahead and cut off her funding and stuff like that? And because he already let her car get taken, So, what else is Mama living in and Mom going through right now? Because Michael just, he just refused to stop helping her. He went ahead and used as much as he could of her, made her look as crazy as he could, and then just bye. And didn't even, give you guys or Mom the respect to be able to, talk to you guys and let you guys kind of know what's going on or whatever. And it's sickening. It's pathetic. And it's wrong. And it's not how you treat your parents. It's really not, Like I said, that's why, Michael sits there and says that he has all this unreleased footage of Grandpa and stuff. And then when he does upload a video, it's like 2 minutes of Grandpa and the rest is, Michael's voiceover and just sad moonlighting music to make everybody feel for him. And, the sad reality of it is, like, the whole last year that I was there, Michael would come over and he'd spend 10 minutes, do the video, and then he'd be gone, to the point where Dad kind of stopped cooking Sunday dinners and because, knowing that Michael wouldn't stay. And I said, Michael's got to regret that, it shows, in the videos that he claims that he has a dad and stuff, and he can't share them with you guys because, he doesn't have enough to give you guys. He has to stretch it out into a vlog style video that pretty much glorifies himself and there makes everybody say, "Oh, poor Michael." When the fact of the matter was, Michael's fine. Michael's been fine. Michael's had his big house, security system, security guards. You know what I mean? He was paying these people like $2,000 a week to sit in front of his house. And they'd ride by Dad's. This was after Dad's house got egged by Tina and her friends, Michael called security to sit in front of his house. And then just ride by Dad's house and stuff. And, just living so frivolous while Dad ultimately, died in a trailer. With the roof caving in, with rats living, he had rats and stuff, man. And, knowing that that's not what Dad wanted. Remember, Michael went ahead and did a video. This was the house we were gonna get, Dad, but he didn't want it. He didn't want to live in a big house. And they rolled up on this big, beautiful, white, semi-mansion looking thing, man. Just amazing, And then trying to sell us this bullcrap line that Dad didn't want it. You know what I mean? When it was completely the opposite. Michael, you stole Dad's money and you let him die in a trailer, bro. And you're doing the same thing with everybody. You're using all the rest of the family as much as you can for, just to go ahead and line your wallet, You know that it's coming to an end, and It almost seems like he doesn't care. He knows it's coming to an end. Next couple of years, you know, it's not going to be a quarter of what it is now, and so he's just going to go ahead. He doesn't care how he looks. It's almost that mad dash for cash right now, and doesn't give a damn how he looks in the process. And it's catching up with him. It's actually catching up with him, and I wish I can say that he doesn't deserve it, but I mean honestly, man, you deserve everything you get, brother. Honestly, dude. Period. You know. And I just pray for Mom. All you guys pray for Mom. Hope the best for her. Like I say, I really do hope that I didn't cause any trouble, you know, by bringing this out, because you know Michael can be very petty and very vindictive. Hopefully it'll turn the opposite around. Hopefully next thing you know, Michael will start showing Mom in more videos to be like, oh, Charlie's lying, you know, and maybe he'll bring Mom back to the trailer or something like that. Maybe he'll do something good to try and maybe make me look embarrassed or something like that, as opposed to punishing Mom for me actually coming out and telling the truth, you know. Tyke, what's up, Tyke? Oh, yeah, I said Mom's not living at the house anymore. Mike drove her crazy. And she's living with family to help her kind of heal mentally. You know, she's away from that drama pile. And she's healing with family, you know, and I'm wishing her the best. I want all you guys to wish her the best. Because she did not deserve that. Whenever I heard that Mom was coming back into the picture, I was like, hell yeah, that is so cool. And apparently she had already been living at the house for a few weeks or whatever before they even, you know, introduced her back into the videos and stuff. But I was just so happy. I was like, man, this is cool, you know. Maybe this will change. The boys will have, you know, some structure. They'll have somebody to watch them and that loves them, because they love Grandma and Grandma loved them. And maybe it'll bring Mom into a new light, as opposed to the whole fire thing that, you know, Michael exposed on her back before he kicked her off to New York 10 years ago. And he didn't do it, you know. Instead of, you know, trying to reconnect with his mother, you know, and trying to show, you know, growth and change, he decided to just make her look crazier, you know. And he decided to just continue to just push her buttons and create content off of, you know, her mental illness. Which shouldn't surprise me, because like, apparently that's what he's done to Dad as well. You know, I don't know I guess I never knew that Dad was, you know, bipolar and that he took medication and stuff like that, you know. But apparently, if you guys remember, you know, whenever they had the interview with the Charleston newspaper, the Free Times, the Charleston newspaper, this is back whenever Dad had 100,000 subscribers or something. You know, Michael went ahead and admitted to, you know, the interviewer that he hid Dad's medicine, that he would hide Dad's bipolar medicine and then record Dad flipping out. You know, so I wouldn't honestly be surprised if he didn't do that with Mom. If he didn't hide her medication and stuff from her, or maybe talked her into not taking her medication, slipping her a few dollars, paying her car payment and stuff like that, so he could try to get the best content out of her that he could. And then whenever it all blew up in his face, he quietly got rid of her. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what happened, guys. And you know, it's a damn shame that that he, you know, he's that type of person. Honestly, dude. It's tragic. It's rotten. Flavio says, Charlie, when they took the sepsis out of your brother's mouth, did they take out the brain cells too? Well, you know, like, I don't know, man. Honestly, more dollars, less sense. You know, the higher his ego grows, you know, the bigger and the more it expands, you know, just the more that he shows his true colors and his true self, the more he feels that he's untouchable and unstoppable. And you know, like I said, that kind of stuff will catch up with you. You know, he is not a movie star by any means. He's not a celebrity. You know, Grandpa, 4 million fans. I can ask somebody. You know, maybe one person out of 30 out in the real world knew who Dad was. You know what I mean? And so go ahead and take that and divide it in half, and there you have Michael. But he just believes that that he can do and get away with anything he wants just because of a little number beside his name. And because he can dole out a little cash and keep people quiet, And like I said, I'm one person that's not going to happen to. Even when I had 100,000 subscribers, I had 110,000, 115,000 subscribers. I was working on going on to 120. I still, when I was upset and stuff, I still voiced my displeasure. I was, there's a couple months there I was doing $4,000 a month just in advertising, guys. I wasn't doing super chats. Straight advertisement, like 4 months straight, I did $4,000 and $5,000. You know what I mean? And while I appreciated it and I, enjoyed it, and I kind of blew the money. You know what I mean? I didn't let it kind of control who I was and where my values were based. Where my heart truly stands. It wasn't in my wallet. It's always been in my mind. And and all my family and stuff, and I just, I will say, that that I did come out about it the wrong way whenever I was living in the pool house. I started drinking and stuff, and me, when I drink, I start to talk, And so, I started to bring out some stuff and talk against Michael and stuff while I was living under his roof, for one, which is kind of shitty. But also, how do I say it? Knowing that he had me by the cojones, I still, I still, said what I had to say, what I felt was on my mind, what was in my heart, knowing that I was about to lose everything, And then it got overplayed, as you guys noticed, you seen the video where he claims that I gave my nephew drugs and alcohol, and that's why I got kicked out of Grandpa's house. But he never did show. As you guys see, he went ahead and he turned the phone on and he put it in his pocket and recorded, our conversation that we had together, accusing me of giving, my nephew drugs and alcohol. And whenever in the actuality I had passed out and he came in. It's still my fault I introduced it into the house, but he came in while I was passed out and messed around with the stuff. And got caught, and of course, he gave it to me, So they went ahead and they recorded that, and he sat on it for like 6 months, guys. He sat on it, and then once I left Dad's house, and then all that stuff went down, that's when he shared it with you guys and said that it just happened like 2 weeks before I got kicked out of Dad's. That's why I had to leave. But it's funny because, like I say, he did it with his phone, and he never showed anybody the date of when it was recorded, the date and the time. Of when it was recorded. And if he was pressured to do so, you guys would have seen that it was recorded 6 months before. I was asked to, or I wasn't asked to leave. I left on my own because me and Dad weren't getting along. Dad was getting very upset that my channel was growing and that he had no control over his own channel. Honest to God, and I felt it. And so I optioned to leave, and I think they were afraid I was going to give out some secrets or something then and there, because as you saw, they did really nothing to help me, try to move out of Dad's or whatever. I actually wanted to move on my own, move out somewhere else or whatever, but then Michael was like, no, come stay with me, until we get you where you need to be. And part of me believes that maybe he was setting me up for a fall. Part of me believes maybe he was just trying to, see where I was going to go. Maybe try and mentor me a little bit. But in the whole process, the only thing he was doing was building a case against me should I fail, And then that's what he did with, the whole claim about me giving my nephews, drugs and alcohol. And then also with the pool house guys, because, and hitting Bridget. If you guys watch the video again, he says something about I destroyed the pool house. And then you hear me say, we did that. We did that for video. And then Michael, he cut me off. Oh, no, we ain't. This is reality, yada, yada, yada. And, pretty much saying that, there I was. Why would I say we did that? It's so genuine. I can just tell it in my voice, like, damn. And when I go back and I look at the videos, I see like 3 or 4, Jack Daniels bottles and stuff. Before the whole half part of the day was a real blur for me, guys. But then after, because they were like, yo, you can go to jail or you can go to a hospital. So I was like, I'll go to the hospital. And so I went to the hospital and was there for like 6 hours. I was released, sent back home. So I was sober. I was foggy, but I was sober. Like I say, they wouldn't have let me out if I wasn't. If they thought that I would hurt myself or somebody else. And I went back to the house just to try to sleep it off. And that's when I supposedly hit Bridget, guys. To the point where I even, I just wanted peace in the valley, and I went forward and just claimed I did it, even though I knew I didn't do it. And then last night, Doug pretty much comes out and tells everybody, after Michael shared, the private info between those two. Michael shared it first, but then Doug came out and just confirmed it, that I never hit Bridget. So many people were wondering, why would Doug just sit back and not do anything, or Michael for that matter? With that ego that he has, why would they just sit back and not do anything, and watch, Charlie hit his daughter, hit his wife or his girlfriend, and also security cameras. Like I said, after Tuna, egged Dad's house and Michael had security sitting outside his house, he also had those cameras, had those cameras right there, and but like I say, I was so messed up and spun out, and they, Dad was still alive and stuff, and, they were just on fire so much that everybody just believed what they saw and what they heard from them. And it was really bad for me, guys. Oh, my God, it was really bad. Even though I knew that, I didn't do it, I shouldered the responsibility for a long time, just hoping that maybe me and Michael would, reconcile, and it just never happened. Tyke Tally says, did Tuna get Grandpa addicted to pain pills? I really do believe that that's the case. And I didn't believe that was the case until, Tuna started coming out with all the videos herself of text messages and voicemails and stuff that she had, giving Dad prices and talking about trading this for that and stuff. She was posting these videos and sharing these videos to try to make it look like Dad was a drug dealer. When in actuality, from the videos, it was pretty much her admitting that she was, selling Dad the drugs, Tuna is Tina. Tina was the angry neighbor, was one of Dad's friends, but also one of Dad's connects and stuff. She was always getting in, and that's why we all know that's why Michael moved Dad out of that trailer park, because Michael's already admitted it. Tuna was given, had Dad addicted to dope. And so Michael had to get Dad away from it and keep Tuna away, But as you guys see and as you guys know, Michael, he will put all family interest in jeopardy and to the wayside when it comes to money. In the fact that he's done brought this woman back, Tina, numerous times after she's done admittedly egged the house, admittedly got Dad hooked on dope, where Michael has admitted that he knows that she got Dad hooked on dope, still kept bringing her back around, even while Dad was alive. You know what I mean? To the point where, okay, Dad was like, okay, me and Tina were doing videos again, we can sneak around and meet up again and stuff, and that's exactly what it turned into. All because Michael, just needed to just try to bolster the views a little bit. And it was ridiculous. And it was absolutely ridiculous. And that's ultimately what I feel killed Dad. Those damn pills and like the drinking and stuff like that. Dad lived a rough life. And I mean, now Dad, let me tell you what, man, like not everything that Dad was on and that Dad was taking was bad, because like Dad was hurt. Dad was in bad shape. You know what I mean? I think Dad had cirrhosis. He knew he had cirrhosis longer than he told us. I think Dad was getting his pain pills, legitimately to heal the pain, and then it just turned into him trading and stuff like that. And it happens a lot. You see it all the time, whenever it reminded me so much of like Roseanne, whenever they killed Roseanne off and just continued with the Connors. They pretty much, Roseanne had OD'd or whatever, and Dan found a bottle of pills from another woman or whatever, and apparently Roseanne and this woman had been swapping pills and stuff. Because, the pharmaceutical game is so expensive, that people sometimes can't afford their prescriptions, so they trade and stuff. And that's kind of what Dad and Tuna were doing, as well as, buying and selling. Because Tuna's all about making a profit. She was all about, scamming. And I really do believe that she got Dad addicted. And I really do believe she played a major part in, Dad not being here with us anymore. So, that's just my honest opinion, that's my honest opinion. And, Sookie Stapley Smith says she destroyed AGP's porch. That's disrespectful. I think that was another thing that Michael was trying to do to maybe, trigger me, because I don't see, how it makes any sense, where Michael would just let this person, pretty much, desecrate, your Graceland. So many of you people, even if it is a double wide trailer, even if it is way less than what Dad expected, you know what I mean? It was still Dad's home, and it was still Dad's final resting place, really, And a lot of you people, look at that place with such fond, caring memories, and you hate to see it be, taken for granted, for just such cheap pops, and I gotta say thank you guys for that, because it shows that you care. It shows that that Dad meant a lot more to you guys than just some YouTube videos, that you cared, really. And I need to take a break real quick. I need to plug my phone in. Hold on 1 second. Oh God. Woo! Crap. Son of a bitch. I'm about to lose my mind up in here. Son of a dial. Man, this fucking sucks. I'm about to lose my goddamn mind over here. Y'all probably hear Lenny eating his cat food right now. Alright. I think we are good. If we're not good, it'll probably cut off in a minute. So, okay, y'all got to see the kitty? Good deal. So, anyways, guys, I really wanted to get on here tonight while Tubby is just really attacking Doug and kicking his ass, and while Michael and Bridget really just let it happen and stuff, It doesn't seem like it's working. God, I don't seem like I'm working really neither. Okay, it doesn't seem like it's working good enough, because I've noticed that numerous times Michael's been like, okay, this is it. I'm not saying anything more about it. You know what I mean? And then I see 4, 5, 6 more things where they're just constantly continuing to try to dig the knife or whatever. And I really got to commend Doug one more time, for him playing it cool as he's playing it right now, because they're dropping it hard on him, fake screenshots, conjecture, maybe even some stuff that Doug has done or whatever, where none of us are innocent. Isaac himself, like I say, he's going through a court case right now. He's still out on bail. He's still got open cases out on him. He's had pictures of him taking him sitting his big butt outside the courthouse just 2 weeks ago. You know, he's got an actual website, isaacguest.com. Everybody go take a look, where you can actually just see, you know, just the history of his misdeeds. You know, he's got his record. I mean, is longer than my arm. You know, and for him to sit there and you know, try to call other people out on their crap. You know, it's laughable, man. It's hilarious, and it's not gonna work. It really isn't anymore, man. There was a time whenever people were like, you know, this Isaac guy, he seems credible. You know, I think I might believe him. Michael's got his back, and I believe Michael. You know, it's not like that anymore. You know, they have already established the fact that that they will just come out and tell a blatant lie. You know, just because they know that the majority is just going to go with it. Whether they believe it or not is irrelevant. They're just going to go with it, you know, so that they can ride the clout train to the very end. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And, you know, I'm not going to sit here and just let you guys continue to make everyone in the family look like horrible people when, in fact, you guys are the ones, you know, that are the puppeteers, that are pulling the strings, you know, behind the biggest piece of crap that we all know to exist as your right-hand man, as you call your brother. And as we know, you call him your brother with trepidation in your heart. You know, as we know that this guy is going to roll you over as soon as he can. You know, as soon as you are bringing nothing to him anymore, bro, it's going down, and you know it. And I can just imagine, you know, living with that kind of dark cloud over my head. You know what I mean? Knowing somebody else has my fate in the palm of their hands. Kind of like how I felt with you before, you know? Falsely. Because now I know that my fate is right here in my own hands. You know? That as long as I don't give you guys what you want, and that's for me to be triggered, as long as I don't give you guys that, and I speak my side calmly and correctly, you know, then you can't shut me up, and I'm not wrong. You know? And that's what's going to happen. So Nancy Freno asked what happened with his mom. You know, just go ahead and replay this. I will be sharing it to YouTube, and letting you guys make your own opinions. There will be people that are going to go ahead and start digging. Right now, they're already digging. What's going on with Tina? What's going on with Grandma? We're going to find out, and it's going to come out. It ain't going to come out from me. All I'm saying is that, you know, once again, I'm just saying that, you know, Michael exploited Mom's mental illness for a couple of YouTube dollars. And then you refuse to claim responsibility. You know? For her flipping out. Might have took her medicine, hit her medicine. I don't know. We know that he's admitted to doing that with Dad before. You know? So, I mean, it's a real crappy situation. That, you know, that Mom and Doug don't deserve. That I don't really deserve anymore. You know, I have paid my dues. How many times have I been sentenced, forgiven, sentenced and forgiven? You know, I've already paid my dues. So, I mean, I really don't deserve it neither. You know, but, you know, I will go ahead. I will be that martyr. I'll be the punching bag, you know, as long as you can leave, you know, everyone else alone. Because I've been doing it long enough, I can take it. These people are going to sit there and continue to bully the wrong person until this person commits suicide. Until somebody is no longer on this earth anymore with a family that's missing them, because these people feel that they can play with people's lives, that they can step on people's emotions and stuff because they got 2 million subscribers, because they get, you know, 500 likes a tweet or whatever. That because they feel like their lives are more important than this other person that doesn't mean anything to them. You know? And I'm wondering if that'll be a wake-up call. What if that happens with Mom? We all know mom's in a delicate state. We all know mom, has her issues and stuff. For them to sit there and exploit her issues and everything and then throw her to the wayside like that and just bury her, you know what I mean? Knowing that she has those issues, I'm going to blame Michael. If mom were to do something tragic and she was no longer here on this earth anymore, I would blame Michael 100,000%. Wouldn't you? I mean, just let that sink in for a minute. We know Isaac don't care. We've already heard what Isaac thinks about his mother. We've done sat back and let him spew for 3 or 4 hours about his mother. To the point where his mother was just like, my son's the devil. She literally called her son the devil. And then, so, part of me is like, well, he's worse than Michael, There's a difference, but there is not a difference. After hearing about this, there's no difference between those two guys. There is nothing sacred to them other than the almighty dollar. And I'm glad that I didn't sell out. I'm glad that I chose my heart and my convictions. And I'm glad I chose you all over that dollar, man. I swear to God I am. Because if I didn't, I could be here I could be here right now on the other side. Dumping dirt on Doug with the rest of them. Selling out my convictions for a couple quarters. For a little bit of clout. A little bit of internet fame. That's why I am thankful for how rough my road has been. As it has made me the man that I am today. If I just had everything given to me, and I did, I'll be the first one to tell you, man, once I hit 100,000 subscribers, man, I started developing an ego. An ego that brought me down. And just imagine if I didn't have that grounding take place 2 years ago. Where would I be today? I could be a bigger piece of crap than any of them. Just so full of my own self, that I keep the rest of the world at bay, And like I say, I could be right here. Probably not. I would probably still be under Michael because he's not going to let anybody get bigger than him, And so I probably would have been still stuck in the Jennifer and Kimberly and Cindy and Doug scenario where I solely rely on him to get by. So I'm just gonna agree with everything he says and do whatever he tells me to do. Morticia says, do you think this is all for content? I honestly don't think this is all for content. I don't think that they would take it to these extremes. I don't think Doug would let it go to these extremes. You know what I mean? They are attacking a woman that Doug cares a lot about, He cares about Debbie, he should. I hope he does. It's his girlfriend and stuff. And they're just dragging her family through the mud. So I don't. I do believe it is for content. I will tell you, I do believe it's for content, but I don't believe that Doug is involved. I don't think that Doug is a willing participant in this rigmarole, as it were. I think that he's he's an innocent. He's a victim, and I believe that it's to help out Michael and Isaac, for them to get some to get the wheels rolling a little bit. You know what I mean? And but it's fleeting. It's not going to last long, you know? And I also think maybe that it's also something to kind of point the finger away from mom, maybe, or something. I would say that, but apparently mom hasn't been living in the house for, you know, a little minute. But Morticia, you were right about what you told me. You know, she's not there anymore. She's with family and stuff, but, you know, you are right, you know. So, yeah, that's it. It's all it's about. It's for content. It's for them to make a little bit of money, and all they're doing is selling out yet another family member in the process. It's sad. And I mean, I would say unforgivable, you know, but I'm always willing to forgive anybody. I'm always willing to give somebody a second chance as long as they show me that they deserve it. Alicia, thank you so much for telling me, because like I say, whenever I heard that from you, I went ahead and I got with family and I found out what exactly was really going on. And yeah, if I had not known that, they would have just, you know, time would have just continued to go on by with it under the rug without them being held accountable for it. You know what I'm telling you? If anything happens to Michael, if anything happens to mom from this, I'm blaming you, bro. It's going to be all your fault. And I hope that you can't live with it, you know? So, that's about it, man. That's all I really wanted to say. Get on here and just, like, let you guys know what's going on. Show some love and support to Dougie right now. And also just let you guys know that he's not the only one that's going through some things right now. And think about it, you know? Just how many more family members are going to be ostracized and, you know, sold up the river, you know, for a couple dollars. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Get back to watching some Trailer Park Boys. I really like that show, guys. I'm started on season 2 now. I've tried watching it before, and I didn't understand why. I didn't understand some things about it. It just didn't really click with me like it did today for some reason. So, I'm going to go ahead and watch that. I am so freaking hot in this damn jacket. And yeah, I want you guys to ask questions, man. I want you guys to try to figure out for yourself. I want you guys, ask Michael, say, man, what the hell's going on with your mom, man? What'd you do with your mom? How's grandma? We're praying for grandma. All you guys, do that for me. And I love you all. I don't have subtitles on here. I don't know how to do the subtitles on here or on YouTube. I've asked maybe Erica to look at it or something for me. If y'all know how to maybe do the subtitles, I thought I've been putting subtitles on before, but it just won't. I mean, it's just not sticking. So sorry, Leanne. I feel for you, but I keep getting so aggravated, I don't even want to mess with it, you know? So, yeah, that's it, guys. Man, I'm telling you, man, go forward, stir some crap up, ask questions, get in the know, feed that intelligence. Where is grandma? What happened to grandma? Why are you messing with Doug like you did with Charlie and grandma? Why can't you just leave the family alone? And try to make, you know, some content in a different way. Because we're all fed up with it. So anyways, love you guys. Stay real, stay truthful, stay open, stay focused, stay positive, stay loving one each other. Love you guys. Holla at y'all tomorrow.